Do you know, this is a story that I want to tell you. From the fact that I'm a retired police officer, but today I'm an inventor, been a problem solver for decades, for most of my life. My story relates to 1990, when I created an encryption system. But unfortunately it was ahead of its time. The technology was not available to decode my work. So it was placed as a dormant project until January of this year. The project is registered as a new company titled Charlie Alpha Encryption Coding Marking System. You will not find any reference to this on the internet at the moment, for obvious reasons that perhaps those that have got a mindset of a brain will realise the reasons why. First and foremost, I've researched with Charlie, and sadly it appears, oh dear me, that 99% of the registered commercial, private, whatever you like to call them, websites in the UK are hackable. They're very easy through WordPress, Spotify, whatever you'd like to call it. Many are making small fortunes, running businesses, creating websites for Tom, Dick and Harry. Now that may be suitable for those that need it at the time, but if you're running a business, you could be in trouble because you can be hacked. Even universities are in the same boat. They do not teach the engineering factors of what's required. Now I'm going to quickly refer to Peter Carl, minister. You know, this is a fruitcake as far as I'm concerned. This guy does not understand the intricacies needed with regard to public safety. The Online Safety Act is a waste of time. It was created by, and I'll read this little bit, advocates, civil servants, politicians, legal theorists and campaigners. Now what does that mean? Dog's home, cat's home? Or could it be for goldfish? I do not know. But whatever these people represent, they do not represent the nation and the skills that are needed to deal with cyber security. The weak legislation is a strong rhetoric and over-focuses on harmful content, while leaving physical infrastructure like Ofcom or the NHS owned systems. They're exposed, even Ofcom. They're regulating the safety line. I can't believe it. Their website's hackable. Go and have a look. But you see, sadly, the creators of vague enforcement guidelines for platforms they've not involved encryption engineers, cyber forensic specialists, infrastructure developers. And I'm not going to sit here and make you all suck eggs, because it's a waste of time. You, the public, are the judges and the juries of your own destinies. I'm saying to you, what Kyle is making statements about, and he's paranoid. Everyone's paranoid about Farage. What is wrong with you people? You're all going down the old same slippery slope. And I'm saying to you, as an ex-copper, you're screwing this country. We've got a new age communist government. I saw the Lionesses at Downing Street, and I noticed somebody all dressed in white that represented the government looked a complete bloody mess. Where are we going with this country? I've got no interest in politics. I'm interested in what I have, and that is my Charlie Alpha encryption system. I've tested this. I'm working with AI as a partner, and it's provided so much information. It's scandalous, but it's compromising my research. It's telling me things, showing me things that I really do not want to know about, but because I'm researching my encryption, it's bringing this to the fore. And I'm making a clear statement that the Labour Party website can be hacked, the Times newspaper, Experian, even the Reform Party, GB News, Ofcom. Yeah, Ofcom. And they're regulating the Safety Act, and they haven't even got their own website in order. 99% in the market today are subject to being hacked. I've got many of what I need with regard to Word documents showing the leakage of these websites, because many out there today are just developers. They're not real specialists in the market. Charlie Alpha is a world top encryption system. It was developed offline. Remember this, offline. Internet came in force 3 years later, in 1993. Today, Charlie Alpha offers alphanumeric coding, billions and trillions of codes. It's visible and invisible. It can't be hacked. It's tamper-proof. can't be cloned, can't be copied. It puts to shame the barcode and the QR. You send information to these people that represent these agencies. You get no reply. You're treading on toes. But they can't stop Charlie Alpha. That will become right in its own time. It means that Tom, Dick and Harry, you can have the securities you need. Privacy. Being able to do your own transactions without having to worry about having cyber criminals crawling all over you. Even the BBC, the scammers program. It's a website. Could be hacked. We're in Lululand. It's a pity we don't have a musical for that. But anyway, I'm making a clear statement. There are 10, remember, 10 aspects that are missing with regards to the Offline Security Act, which I have now put up on some of the websites through Facebook. You're not going to find details of Charlie Alpha because I'm not about to risk any of that at all in the public domain at the moment until I'm absolutely ready and sure that all the files that I've accumulated are safe. And I've even had to commit a substantial amount to my own mindset for security. But I'm more concerned about the crazy aspects of the way policing operates. When I served, no one could tell me that I've got to arrest Joe Bloggs. If I'm to arrest Joe Bloggs, then I will do it in my own time, with my own knowledge and expertise that I have. Because at court, I'll be the one to take the can if it's wrong. But if you're a serving officer and you've got another rank telling you to do this, that and the other, tell them to get stuffed. If they want to do it, get them to do it so that when it hits the fan, they take the can and not you. And this business of having 30,000 police officers in 4 years, sadly, I love the thought and the rhetoric that goes with this, but it's not going to happen. Have you any idea how many police officers will leave between now and in 4 years' time? I'm sitting on 3 areas of saving police time. These are 3 major differences as an inventor. But of course, when you go to the top of the tree, it's all pear-shaped. You know, there's no strawberry and creams for me. You're dealing with people that have put themselves deliberately as academics, theorists, totally bloody useless. I'm angry to think that I worked a beat. I was never a Gurkha as a neighbourhood watch or a neighbourhood officer. Oh, I never went to tea parties. I got stuck in and did what I did, the same as my colleagues of the past. And those we've lost in recent years. They gave their best years to policing, to the public, and they had sacrifices which they made in their own lives with their families. And we've got the fruitcakes out there in bloody politics. They can't even use washing up liquid to get the bubbles right. It all foams. It's all bubbles and hot air that goes up in the sky and not down the sinkhole. We are a strange bloody nation. We're going to go and fight to support those in Taiwan when the Chinese attack. Yeah, bloody great that, isn't it? How many of the Labour Party are going to be involved in that? Then, of course, we've got the Russians are coming to attack us. So we're now on two fronts of two wars. They all come in threes. Yeah, so what about the enemy within? All the Taliban fighters that we've got here today. I mean, I'm going back to the early 90s with a colleague. We visited another house in a small country town for the Home Office to verify the fact that the Taliban banker was lodging there. How about that? It's time the people of this country woke up and looked at the real realities. You're so focused on migration. That's gone out the window. You're not going to get no change there. There's so many other issues going on in this country that you're ignoring. The picture is a bigger picture. It's a jigsaw, and there's so many pieces are missing. And if you people don't start sitting back, piercing your bubbles, get off your sofa, because you're not a Tony Blair, and you're not a what is his name? I can't remember. The guy that threw the crockery around. Was it a Brown? I don't know. But he was the one that didn't like bigots. Does a leopard ever change their spots? The point is, Charlie Alpha is going to come in the market at some stage. It's designed to protect you people. It's nothing about me. It's something that was created 35 years ago. And you got the alert system coming on the 7th of September. Oh, what a bloody mess. It's on mobile. It's a complete waste of time. The information I've got on that with the test factors of Charlie Alpha is telling me that the infrastructure on mobiles and that kind of communication will be the first to go in a wartime. So you've got no communication. You've got to step back to Charlie Alpha, because my system works offline. If you haven't got a mobile, you're screwed. You're going to have to stand with a couple of flags and do semaphore from your bloody window or your rooftop. You're being conned by the useless. It wouldn't be so bad if we had the right people, those that have the skills. I don't have all the answers. I'm not an encryption expert. I'm just a designer of what I created many years ago. But it coincides with technology. I can use laser, scanner. It can dovetail into the programs that we have today. I can provide a patch that will help to plug in with regard to websites. So that's 99% of potential customers that I've got, which spans something like 9 or 10 million websites of the used country. So do I turn my back on the UK and offer this to foreign markets? If you people out there are going to start believing what you're being told by the lefties, I mean, I don't understand any of this, left, right and centre. As a craftsman, I do know, as a former apprentice, that when you're marking something, you need to check and recheck before you go down that level of working, to get it right, to be sure you're not going to make a screw up. But I watch people using tools today and it frightens the life out of me because they're so clumsy. No wonder there are those with fingers missing, because no one is paying attention. But anyway, I've said enough, and I'm saying it again. There are 10 factors missing from the Online Safety Act that Peter Kyle is missing. Nothing to do with Farage or Jimmy Savile. It's how useless people are like Kyle. He does not understand the methods and the workings of internet AI. The scandal that's sitting there is crazy stuff. But I've left as much as I can alone. I've got some of it, but you can't change what's in AI. You can't delete it. So you're all going to feel, oh, my goodness me. There's going to be some real red faces out there, because the journalists, we need a new era of journalism, people that need to get on board with AI and look for the scandals that have been sitting there for donkey's years. You'll be surprised. I'm surprised at the things that I've found. But it provides me with an awful lot of background, but it's not what I'm really looking for. I want to make Charlie Alpha, which is already a world-beating encryption system for Britain, and protecting children on the internet, on the social platforms. It can wipe it clean. But I do not have that kind of expertise that I need. I need people that have got a background in encryption. It's no good going to DASA, the Defence Accelerator or whatever security, whatever they call themselves, of the MOD. Their website can be cracked. NCSC, the same. They're all able to be cracked, hacked, screwed, whatever you like to call it. But there is a can of worms out there, and people need to start panicking. Because you imagine, if 99% of websites crash tomorrow, where are we? It's no good thinking we're going to take a slow boat to China to put this right. It ain't going to happen. You're in the hands of the devil and the deep blue sea. So I'm saying goodbye, everybody. Please just give my words some sensible thought. There are those that know more about life than me. So create the jigsaw and finish the puzzle and have that bigger picture for the safety of this country. Thank you very much and goodbye.